Evening.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our Friday night Satya Live prayer vigil. Welcome. I'm Allie Benjamin, and we're about to get started. If you're joining us from the Satya community, hello, hello. We've been looking forward to being together here for a moment of connection and meditation and prayer. And so we're running a couple of different programs at the moment. You might be watching from the Satya community group page, and you might be watching and joining us live on Zoom. So if you're joining us on Zoom, and you can find the Zoom link on the Satya Live prayer vigil event that we posted on the Satya community group page, and you can simply click on that and the link to Zoom, and it will take you to our live interactive session, or you can stay here on Facebook and join in that way. So welcome and hello. I know that these times are very interesting times, that we're all dealing with our own lives and our own set of stressors and the changes that are occurring due to this coronavirus, and all of the different systems and structures that have been in place in our lives that we've depended on so much are now seem to be closing down or altering, and we're finding that how do we move forward? How do we function when we're asked to be socially distancing, when we're asked to stop working, stop being in groups, and our children are not going to school, and there's so many different things and different ways that are affected by all of these new guidelines. I know in Utah, the governor came out with some new guidelines today, and I'm currently here in California, and we've been on lockdown for several days a week now, and so really been creating a home sanctuary, a place to be in our homes and with everything we need. And so Michael and I, my husband and I, have really been creating that sanctuary in our home, so that we're supported in our spiritual practices, and we're supported in eating healthily and all the things to take care of ourselves. And so I trust that you are too. You're making this time special for yourself as you participate in this keeping everyone safe by limiting exposure and limiting times out in the world. So we're just about to get started, and I'm going to turn things over to Michael. Now Michael's going to be sharing on Zoom, and so I'm going to unmute Michael in a minute, and he's going to share with our Zoom watchers, and we'll see how that goes. Michael, are you on Facebook Live also?
I'm not.
Okay, so our Facebook folks won't be seeing you. So maybe we'll alter our plans for now, and we will I'll lead it for now because I'm on both. I'm here on Facebook.
Good evening, everybody. I'm missing you.
Yeah, that cut out, but Michael said good evening, and he's missing you. So welcome to the Satya community group. We will be sharing this video at a later date. If you've missed it and you're jumping on right now, or you're seeing this on YouTube, welcome. We are so glad to be offering something here this evening for our community and beyond, for whoever's watching. I know that you didn't join us this evening by mistake, that something led you to us tonight, because something that we do together here this evening will impact you, will support you as you move forward through these tumultuous times. I'm Allie Benjamin, and I'm the director at the Satya Center, and my husband and I, Michael, lead the Growing Edge Live broadcasts each Thursday night and then Sunday morning, and you can find out more about that at our Facebook page, The Satya Center, and we'll post that in the comments below. So welcome, so glad that you're here, and so I want to suggest that we open up with a grounding, a centering meditation, and I'm going to ask a few questions of you to consider as you enter into this moment of contemplation and reflection and self-inquiry. So let's take a moment to close the eyes and become still. Take a breath and feel yourself connected to this moment, bringing all of your awareness here into the here and now, closing the door to the past, everything that has been last week, this morning, an hour ago, all of that is over. And so when we bring ourselves into this moment, we allow the past to stay in the past, and we bring our attention into this moment so that the past doesn't influence our thinking, influence our peace, and we simply bring ourselves into this moment. And then we close the door to the future. And as we close the door to the future, that which is yet to come is left in the future. And again, we don't have to give any concern about what's coming up. And we bring all of our awareness and attention into this now moment. And as we center ourselves here and now, right here and now, there is peace. Feel the chair beneath you, the earth beneath you, knowing that you are supported, that you are held, nurtured, that all is well in this moment as we breathe and relax and arrive and trust and know that all is well. And so during these times of fear and anxiety and change, confusion, sadness, what are your concerns? What are your main concerns for your personal well-being, for the well-being of your family? I know that when we can identify what our concerns are, when we can identify what our feelings are, we can heal. What we can feel, we can heal. And so we don't want to hang out here or stay here for too long. But for now, as we're doing this meditation, this activation and healing process, as we identify our feelings, we allow them to be here to reveal our feelings so that we can feel them and move on, and allow the feelings that we're having to be like fertilizer for a plant. so that we can allow the past and our fears and concerns to simply transform and transmute into energy that will support us moving forward. That we can transform it, transmute it, change it, flip it around, and allow it to become the very fuel that our dreams will grow through and grow from. So what are your concerns right now? Maybe there's not enough. I don't know what the future's going to bring. I'm uncertain. Severe anxiety. Identify the troubling thoughts and concerns and allow one to come to the forefront. One main concern that you might have. And as you identify this concern, feel what you're feeling. Trust and know that within these feelings, within these thoughts, there is something to learn. That within these thoughts and feelings, there is a gift that is seeking to be revealed to you. So activate that deep inner listening. What is this fear teaching me right now? How is this concern opening me up to my greater yet to be? Because what I know is that we're each on this evolutionary journey of becoming more and never less, of stepping in and stepping up and stepping out and stepping beyond what we've ever truly imagined was possible. We have it coded in our DNA to be evolutionaries, to handle each and every situation that comes our way. And so as we simply meditate, spend some time tuning in, we're tuning in to the very wisdom of the universe. We're tuning in and we're saying, I'm ready, I'm listening, I'm available. What am I feeling? How can I grow? What is this for me? And when you've identified something, a word, a thought that you're concerned about in these troubling times, keep that in your mind for a moment as you come back and open the eyes and be here now. So, we've taken this first step in tonight's presentation, tonight's program. We've identified a concern. And so as we're doing work here in mind. We're doing work here in heart. We're opening up to shift energy from fear to faith, from fear to love. So tonight, tomorrow, next week, you can do this process again for yourself so that you can, whenever you have a troubling thought, you can simply do what we're about to do together to transmute, transform, and elevate yourself so that you are coming from the most empowered, the most inspired place. Okay, So you have your concern. So I want you to think about that for a moment. And I'm going to ask that you, as you sit with it, surround this whole concern, and you've spent some time thinking about it, feeling it, to wrap it in light. Imagine a beautiful bubble, a sphere of light, and placing this concern in that bubble, in that sphere, and simply allow that bubble to just float on up. And just be released, knowing that right now you don't have to be concerned with how this is all going to sort itself out. That in the process we're about to do, that will naturally occur. So now I'd like you to move to a consideration. So during this time of turmoil, during this time of self-isolation or possibly home retreat or social isolation, quarantine, you've probably had more time than usual to meditate, to think about your life and what's truly important and truly meaningful to you. And so I know that I've been painting more and writing more for my book that I'm writing. I've been taking more time to prepare meals. So this time of slowing down has really allowed me to tune in more fully into what's really important. So I'm sure that this is happening for you. So you may have been considering things over the past few weeks or past week that is completely new, a brand new thought, brand new ideas, brand new considerations around who you are and who you want to be moving forward. So I want you to identify that. What are you seeking to be or become that has come up because of this time of self-imposed quarantine or self-isolation? What new thought or new consideration is emerging within you through this time of change and anxiety, stress, turmoil, fear and sadness? Something good has been knocking at your door, so to speak, or knocking at your heart. Something wants to be known by you. This is what self-realization or the awakening path is all about. We learn to be still in the mind, and we learn to tune into the heart so that we can get a greater glimpse of who we want to really be in the world, how we want to be in the world. So what consideration have you been toying with? What is it that you would like to consider a bit more? Maybe it's a project or an idea, a plan, a new business. Something's come up over the course of the last week or so because of the situation we find ourselves in. We're creative beings, and we're always going to be tuned in to that impulse in the universe that says, I want to create by means of you. So we listen to that still small voice within, and we act on it, and voila, we manifest from the invisible realm of our imagination, from the invisible world of the universe. We bring forth from the invisible something visible. And that happens through the faculty of our mind, our imagination, our memory. And so what are you considering bringing forth? Identify that now. And so now I want to take us into a meditation so that we can move more fully into actualizing the light that we are, the light that we're here to bring forth into the world. So, you've identified a fear or a concern, you've identified a consideration. And so now we're going to do a little process, a little ceremony or a ritual or a clearing, so that you can have a fuller embodiment of what it is you want to experience in and as your life. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and become still. Close your eyes and tune in. Pay particular attention to the invisible. Paying particular attention to that which is eternal. And as you breathe and settle and know that right in this moment, right in this very moment, our brain is tuned in. And so let's tune our brain with our heart. Let's bring coherence between the brain and the heart. So as you breathe, as you start to take some deep inhalations, I want you to imagine your breath moving down into your heart center, through your heart chakra. And in that place of centered love, centered heart, I want you to imagine love and appreciation, the energy of love and appreciation expanding for you. So you inhale, bring your breath down into your heart center, expand the feeling of love and appreciation, and then on the exhale, exhale love. So you're inhaling love, exhaling love. I call this heart breath. And as you continue to breathe and expand the feeling, the vibration of love, you create an environment that is safe and nurturing to release whatever fear, anxiety, stressor is occupying your mind. And so bring that concern that you had, that fear that you had, and allow the feeling, the vibration of love to transmute that feeling, to take that feeling, whatever it is, and allow it to be rich fertilizer for the consideration that you are giving birth to the ideas, the dreams, the visions, the yet to come that is seeking to express itself by means of you. You're simply allowing this fear, this concern, to be the fuel for your consideration. And so I want you to feel that sense of transmutation, transformation, that metamorphosis that is taking place within your mind. You know that that the mind, the brain, has patterns of thinking, neurological pathways that stay intact, that are based around our thoughts. So if we have a fear or an anxiety or a concern that is running, and we allow that to just run on autopilot in our mind, then it creates a neural pathway that then gives us this sense of this is who I am. I'm a worrier. I'm fearful. I'm stressed out. And this pattern, this thought keeps occurring, and then it becomes a place that you occupy and you inhabit. And then because we're thinking beings that create and attract through our thoughts, we then begin to experience more of that fear, more of that uncertainty. So in this moment, I'm asking you to bring that fear into your heart, and in your heart, there is everything required to transmute, transform, transfigure this fear into love. And feel that happening now. And I know that there's people watching, people hearing this, and that we can do a global mind-heart link-up right now. So we're connecting. We're connecting in our hearts. We're connecting with our prayers. We're connecting with our thoughts. And we create an energy here that is greater than the sum of its parts. A synergy. And this synergy takes this concern, transmutes it into love, transmutes it into energy that will fuel your consideration, that will fuel your goal, your dream, your desire, that which you want to become. So now I want you to identify that which you're coming into alignment with, your dream, your goal, your desire, your consideration. Whatever it is you would like to create more of in your life right now, whatever it is you would like to express more fully in the world. Maybe it's a special talent, a skill, a hobby, an idea, a project. Maybe it's a new way of being more positive or being more graceful. Or there's something that wants to happen by means of you. I want you to tune into that now as you take a deep breath in. And feel it in your heart and exhale. And this is how we change our thoughts and change our life. We start to identify thought patterns that don't serve us, and we begin to identify thought patterns that do serve us, and we become more accustomed to thinking of the positive thoughts, the positive ideas, and less habituated to think of the negative. We transcend and we move above, and we allow whatever has stood in the way of us experiencing our full potential to simply dissolve into the nothingness from whence it came. And so I'm going to play a song here, and I want you to allow this song to aid you in this transformation. This is Karen Drucker. Thank you, Karen. Take a deep breath and relax even more. Honor yourself for taking this time to do this inner work. Know that what you do is blessing yourself, your family, and your life. Breathe and relax. your prayer is my prayer too. And as we sit with this truth that the prayers that we have in our hearts for our lives, for the lives of our friends and families, and for the world, our one human family, that our prayers make a difference, that just this time of a little bit of meditation, a little bit of prayer, connection, that this is making a difference because we are all connected. One life, one power, interdependent, interrelated, interconnected. What one of us does affects everyone else. And we truly are being faced with this right now, as this pandemic has shown us that we can affect each other, knowingly or not, that each of us impact the world around us through the choices that we make. So we make a choice to stay away from crowds, to stay in our own space. We make choices to think positively and affirmatively. Every thought we think, every choice we make impacts everything and everyone. And when we wake up to this truth, we then feel inspired to serve humanity, to serve life, to use our life to be a beneficial presence on this planet. And so I ask you, what are you here to bring forth into this world now? As we're unable to be with each other and hands-on serve each other, we can still serve and love and care for and create things in our world and in our lives to support humanity. We can reach out with our hearts, we can reach out with our words. So how are you going to reach out to the world to make it a better place? So I want you to identify a word that represents what you are ready to bring to the world now. What are you ready to bring forth out into expression, into the world now? And as you identify that, imagine the world now, your world, your family's life, your life over the next week, month, year. What would it look like if you were giving voice, bringing this gift, bringing this idea into the world? What would the world look like if you were doing that? How would you feel? How would your interactions with others be different because you were shining your light? That you had stepped out in a whole new way, shining your light for all to see, showing your true colors as a spiritual being having a human experience. What if nothing could hinder you from being this authentic, this empowered, this inspiring, this inspired, this grateful? And see the world around you, your life, as if this was already happening. This is how we generate change. One little thought at a time. Energy flows where our attention goes. What we think about comes about. And so as you breathe it in and breathe it out, trust and know that you planting this seed, this idea, in the fertile soil of mind will absolutely bear fruit. Think on it, pray on it, be with it, allow it to instruct your footsteps, allow it to instruct your thoughts. Your vision will pull you forward rather than letting your fear, your pain, your anxiety push you. Let the love of your vision, the love of your consideration, pull you forward into a greater expression of you, the you that you were born to be, the you that you were born to create. Take a breath, open your eyes and come back to this moment and see the beauty that you are. Feel the beauty that you've created. You've activated change here. You are a conscious evolutionary. You are a change agent, and that it is your job here on earth to bring forth the gifts that you have innately within you that are seeking to be made manifest by means of you. You are an answer to someone's prayer, probably thousands of people's prayers. That's you. You're here for that, whatever that is. If it's to be more positive, or to create more art, or plant a beautiful garden, or get along with your co-workers, or start treating yourself better and eating healthy foods, or whatever it might be, whatever came up in this meditation for you to consider, for you to bring forth, that's yours. That's how the universe communicates with you. It's a one-way conversation, and it happens when you're quiet, when you're meditating, when you're listening, when you're being mindful. You'll notice that's how the universe communicates with you. So, aho, amen, and so it is for that prayer. Know that we've activated something really powerful here today, that your love, your energy, just by viewing this, just by participating in this, has created a tsunami of change, a wave of love. And what the world needs now is your love. So, I want to share with you some ways that I think that we as a community, the Satya community, whether you're there in person, in Ogden, Utah, or whether you're joining us live in our virtual community of Growing Edge community, the Growing Edge Live community, you can get involved. We're here for you. We have Growing Edge gatherings, and if you would like to be in one of our Growing Edge gatherings, we meet periodically in small groups of 10 or less, and if you would like to be a part of one of these groups, go ahead and IM us, send us a text or an email, and we'll post those in our comments. You'll see the phone number and the email address. You can text us and say, hey, I want to be in one of your groups, and then you can join in and be in a group in the Zoom. If you're familiar with Zoom, we meet in Zoom every once in a while, probably once a month, probably more now since we're all not going out and about, and we could do with a little bit more support. So we'll have one next week, and if you'd like to be in one of our Growing Edge gatherings in a small group of 10 or less, Michael and I will be leading these, and we're looking for leaders too. So if you would like to go through the training to be a Growing Edge gathering trainer, it's free for right now, and we'd love to support you in leading one of these virtual groups so that we can meditate, that we can have discussion, that we can support each other where we are, and that we can do healing prayer and activate change in the world. So if you'd like to either be in one of these groups or lead one of these groups, please go ahead and text 801-920-0560 or email us at thesatyacenter@gmail.com, and you can let us know you'd like to join a group or you'd like to have the free training to become a leader. We also have free miracle moments at the moment. We've got a team of practitioners that are available to do free sessions, micro sessions. They're 15 minutes. So if you're struggling, if you have anxiety, or if you're feeling full of life and you want to share your beautiful new dream, your consideration, our practitioners are ready to work with you. All you need to do is text us or email us at those numbers and that email address, and we will get a practitioner to connect with you, to contact you, and we'll set up one of these free miracle moments. So please let us know how we can support you. We will be periodically posting here in the Satya community group. If you would like to post something in our Satya community group that you find inspiring, we'd love to hear from you too. So be in touch with Michael and I, and know that we love you very much. We're here for you, and we trust that whatever you're going through right now, that you move through it with grace and ease, and that whatever is seeking to support you through this time makes itself known to you. And so your job is to pay attention to who shows up on your Facebook feed, or maybe who calls you, or maybe you go for a walk and you feel inspired. Just notice how the universe is communicating with you right now, because that will be the way that the universe will be supporting you. Allow that support in. There's plenty of support in the universe. You're not alone. You're in a highly sensitive time right now. So take advantage of this. You are in the perfect time and space for you to make that next quantum leap in consciousness that will accelerate your spiritual growth and awakening. So pay attention, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, and know that you've got a whole team of people that want to support you. And that starts with me, Ali Benjamin, and my husband Michael, and we've got other Satya community practitioners that are ready and willing and wanting to work with you. So namaste. I hope this has helped and served you. I love you, and I can't wait to hear your visions. Go ahead and type in your visions, your words, on our Facebook community group page, and so let us support you in making these dreams and visions come true. I love you. Namaste. Bye.